Well, tonight we do have a quick-moving, fairly weak clipper system. So that just means a weak system coming through with some light snow for the area. Could cause some slippery conditions overnight and for tomorrow morning's commute. But we're expecting maybe a coating to as much as an inch or an inch and a half in most locations. It turns cold and dry as we hit the mid part of our week, and actually the rest of the week is looking pretty uneventful until we get into Friday and Saturday. Right now, a lot of the long-range forecast models and ensemble members and all this stuff that we look at is really kind of coming together on a potential big storm for New England by the upcoming weekend. And that snowstorm threat continues to increase, our confidence increasing that there will be a storm. Of course, the details are still very fuzzy this far out, and we'll get to some of that in just a minute. First, this is the batch of snow that's headed in our direction. Low pressure is going to pass across New England overnight, bringing a swath of snow to the area. May come in like little bursts. We may get, a period of light snow and then it dries out for a little while and then we get more snow that comes in. Either way, we are expecting some minor accumulation across all of western Mass and actually a good portion of southern New England. So if you're doing any traveling overnight or early tomorrow, expect potential snow-covered roads, some slippery conditions, just something to budget some extra time for. There are no winter weather advisories because it is such a minor event. So then we go into Tuesday afternoon, we'll get some partial clearing. It'll turn brisk and colder air will eventually start working its way in Tuesday night. So for our snowfall forecast, a coating to as much as 2 inches. And I think the 2-inch amounts are most likely here along the eastern slopes of the Berkshires, getting along that Route 2 corridor and farther to the north, where temperatures will be a bit colder. Tonight's lows, I would say low to mid 20s for most of us. Again, slippery conditions for tomorrow morning, but a nice warm up is expected. 10 a.m. we're up to freezing, and by the afternoon we're talking middle to upper 30s for much of the valley, even near 40 for parts of the Springfield area. So it warms up enough to where a lot of those roads just become wet. If you're in the hills, it may stay slippery for a little bit longer, and then we may get some refreezing tomorrow night. So our next focus will be on this coastal storm because it does have the potential to be pretty significant. The question is, does it stay close enough to the coast to bring a significant snow event to everyone in New England, or does it track farther to the east and does more of a miss? Over the weekend, it was looking like more of a miss, but lately, models continue to track farther west with the storm, which would be a higher impact for us here in western Mass. Significant snow and even the potential for some gusty wind with the storm. Looking at the chances for 3+ inches of snow, first we have a 30 to 50% probability here in western Mass for Friday and for Saturday, with higher probabilities just off to our east, which means we're talking a decent chance at 6 inches or more. So of course, as we get closer to it, we'll be able to fine tune that forecast and talk about what kind of snow this will be for us, whether it'll be light and fluffy, heavy, wet, how much we're going to see, and if wind will cause any issues. Until then, it's going to be dry and cold Thursday morning, temperatures below zero, so keep that in mind. And then after the storm passes, breezy with more cold on tap into the beginning of February. Back to you guys.